welcome to Pilates with Lou. In today's class, we're going to be doing a beginner express mat class with a focus on our core. To get the most out of this class, I'd like you to really be mindful of your breath today. I want you to think about really expanding the ribs on the inhale and then knitting them together on the exhale and pulling that navel right into your spine to draw that waist to cinch it together. Like imagine there's a corset really tightening up your waist. So let's try one together. Inhale, ribs come apart. Exhale, knit together and waist draws in, navel pulling to spine. Okay, if we really think about that today, while we're working our core, I promise you'll get way more out of this session and this part of your body will tone up much faster. And you'll also see improvement in your pelvic health as well. Okay, let's get started. Coming into the middle of your mat, arms reaching long, shoulders down. Let's tuck our pelvis and return. So articulating down just a little, finding the scoop in the belly. This time coming all the way down to the mat, all the way down with control, lengthening behind, hands reaching long. Let's start with some toe tapping here. So bring your legs up into tabletop. Walk your hands down to find that length between your ears and your shoulders. We're going to drop that left toe a little bit forward. So we're not just coming straight down, we're coming forward and return. Inhale to drop, exhale, use that core to bring you back to center. Hinging at the hip. 2 more each side. Now we're going to go into double leg toe taps. So bring those knees together and we're just going to drop a little bit. So just a little bit, we're still engaging that core. You can feel it, even that little drop. Inhale to drop, exhale, draw those knees back to center. So we're really watching that lower back. We're not compromising our lower back in this position. 1 more. Okay, let's bring our hands to the base of our head now. And we're going to do a small spine twist. So try and glue your elbows to the mat. Inhale and drop those knees to the right. Exhale, use your core to return to center. Drop your knees to the left. Use your core to bring yourself back to center. 1 more each side. Let's go for our chest lifts now. Take a breath in and then raising up, finding that scoop in the belly, taking a breath in at the top and return. Inhale, exhale and return. On this one, let's extend our arms forward, raising a little bit more, hands behind our head and down. 1 more, exhale, coming up, extend your arms forward, hands back behind your head and coming down. So we're prepping for the 100 there. So let's move into that. Everyone's favorite. Let's reach our arms long. Feel free to keep your legs in tabletop for this. We're going to breathe in 5s. So lift your head and shoulders off the mat, balancing on your shoulder blades. Let's breathe in for 5 and out for 5. In for 5 and out for 5. Straighten your legs if you can. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. How's your core? Inhale, I'm going to point my toes now. Exhale. Two more. You're doing amazing. Okay, let's do a prep for the rollover now. So we're going to lengthen that left leg and then our right leg, and then pull, using our core, pull it back up together. So lengthen your left, lengthen your right, and then raise yourself back to center. Really pressing into the mat with your hands to lever those legs back. 2 more. Exhale, coming back. And for our next one, we're going to press both legs out together and then lift our hips up and then drop back down. So this is all prep for the rollover. Pressing up, using our hands to lever ourselves up. 1 more. Okay. Place your legs back down. We're going to do a pelvic curl here. Take a breath in, walk those hands out, find that neutral position in your pelvis, drop that pelvis down on the exhale and press your hips up. Take a breath in, winding down. 2 more. Breath in. Use your chin away from your chest. On the next one, let's float your arms up and over. Can we move into more of a deeper stretch? Maybe. 1 more with floating our arms up and over. Let's lengthen long now. We're going to move into the roll up. It's okay if we need to use a little bit of momentum, especially on the first one. The first one's always the trickiest. Take a breath in, float your arms up, bring your shoulders off, coming over, dropping your crown, lengthening, find the scoop in the belly, and return. Dropping the pelvis, articulating down. 1 more. Lengthen long, float your arms up, bring yourself up, lengthen your hands over your toes if you can. Pull that navel in and sitting up tall. You have to adjust yourself now on the mat. Let's bring that right knee in. We're going to go into the series of 5. Let's think about our breathing through this section of the class. So bring that right leg in and slowly with control, articulate down onto the mat. So we've got our left hand underneath our right knee, right hand on our right thigh. Let's lengthen and lift that left leg off the mat. Lever your shoulders up off the mat and change. Let's stay in this lifted position for 4. Feeling strong in your core, pulling that navel in, both legs in now. And then lengthen your arms and legs at the same time, framing your ears with your biceps, balancing on those shoulder blades, zippering up through your core. For 2. Let's lengthen your legs long, hands behind your right calf, and change for 4 each side. Both legs together, dropping that head back down to the mat, hands on the base of your skull here. Let's do double leg lowers. Don't have to drop very far to get impact on this exercise. Exhale to return. Inhale to drop. Be mindful of your lower back in this position. And 1 more. Legs into tabletop. Lengthen the left leg out. Bring your left elbow to your right knee and change for crisscross for 5. Really bring that elbow to the tops of the mat if you can. Coming together, bringing those knees in, have a rock here. Take a breath. That was a lot. Let's lengthen long. One more roll up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to come up and over. And let's bring those knees behind you, coming up into the quadruped position. We're going to, so make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders here. Bring those knees behind you a little bit more, pressing the tops of our toes, feet into the mat. We're going to press our hips towards the mat and roll those shoulders away. Gaze is down and forward. And then pulling your navel up to spine, back into the quadruped, into a child's pose. Coming into quadruped, pressing those feet in, pressing those hips in, rolling those shoulders away. One more. Back into quadruped. Bring the knees back underneath your hips, in line with your hips. Tuck your toes. We're going to come into a plank here. Hold for 5. And drop. This time, come back up into a plank. Move your feet to the edges of the mat, the corners, and bring your left foot to touch your right foot. And right foot to touch your left. And let's do this for 2. If you can, feeling strong, back to center, hold for 2, drop your knees, and coming back. Have a breath. To finish, let's move into the mermaid. Very quick mermaid. This is an express class. Looking down at your left ankle. Right forearm on the mat, coming over. Gaze is on your right hand. Coming up, changing sides. You can stay and do a few more at the end of the class if you need to. Float your left hand up and over. You've worked hard, you deserve this stretch. Left forearm on the mat, bring your right over. And sitting up. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you were able to use your breath to engage those deep core muscles. See you next time.